So, hello friends, welcome once again. This is CA Rajiv Khatlawala, author of How to Profit from Technical Analysis. And I'm sure you are having a great time as the Nifty and the Bank Nifty touch the all-time highs. In fact, in my yesterday's session, weekly stock analysis session, which I conduct on every Friday evening 9 p.m. In yesterday's session, I specifically mentioned that Nifty and Bank Nifty probably they are under some selling pressure in the last 1 week, but the mid cap and the small cap index are rising, and in fact they are quite strong. And among the various stocks and the various sectors, there is one interesting sector which I'll be talking about in the video today. This interesting sector is something which has been, less followed by investors and traders. This sector is the realty sector. That is, stocks like DLF and Godrej Properties, etc. So I am sure, friends, that this video will give you some idea as to whether or not there is a good potential in this sector, whether you should now start investing in this sector or not. In fact, I was just reading somewhere that in the last 1 year, the performances, the financial performances of many of these companies, including DLF, has turned positive in spite of the pandemic. So, a lot of real estate deals are happening, and that is what is indicated by the results of DLF. Especially, I was just checking DLF yesterday, and I was actually checking not only DLF but various other realty stocks. And just for your information, friends, yesterday's Friday evening session, which I conduct on a weekly basis. Yesterday we talked about at least two or three such real estate stocks, and of course the other sectors were also discussed. As you are aware, probably that on every Friday I discuss for a 1 hour session. I discuss Nifty, Bank Nifty in detail. I also discuss in detail the five stocks which I select. I keep scanning a lot of stocks during the market hours on a normal day, and the five stocks yesterday also we had discussed. And yes, as I said, a couple of them were from the real estate index also. So friends, I am sure that this video will be helpful to you. And now let me just give you an idea as to what are the what are the stocks which we are talking about. What are the components of the Nifty Realty Index. So let me share the screen so that it's visible to you. And I'll just go to the moneycontrol.com site, and what you're observing here right now is the list of stocks which form the Nifty Realty Index. I will be talking about the value of the index, etc. But these are the components of the Nifty Realty Index. So as you can observe, there are around 11 stocks in this index. Brigade, and then Enterprises, then DLF. You have Godrej Properties, India Bull Real Estate, Mahindra Life Spaces, Oberoi Realty, Omax, Phoenix Mills, and Prestige Estates, Shobha Developers, and Suntech Realty. So these are the 11 stocks in this index, and I'm sure if you are also observing the last column, you will observe that there are only three companies: DLF, Godrej Properties, and Oberoi Realty, and also Phoenix Mills, which are having a large market capitalization. The other stocks are having market capitalization which is less than 10,000 crores. So these are the stocks for the Nifty Realty Index. Now let me open up the chart for the Nifty Realty Index, and now what you're seeing on your screen is the weekly chart of the Nifty Realty Index. Now, before I go ahead and analyze this index and discuss about some stocks, etc., I would like to caution here everybody. There is a disclaimer that you have to take your own investment decisions. What we are doing here, the analysis we are doing here is only for educative purposes, so that to give you a good perspective about the markets, about some sectors, and about the market as a whole, Nifty, Bank Nifty, etc. So these videos are only educative in nature. You have to take your own investment decisions, thinking properly, and as I always tell my participants who attend my workshops, that ultimately an investor or a trader must own up his decisions, and that is what I am expecting from this group, also the people who are watching this video. So this is the brief disclaimer. So now let us see what is happening in the Nifty Realty Index, what has happened, and what is the probability in the next few days or few weeks. So the Nifty Realty Index, the weekly chart shows that it touched a low of around 160, the index value, in the last fall, that is the COVID crash. From there, there was steady high low formation, and we touched a high of in the March 2021. We touched a high of 365. At 365, we got some resistance. So, the realty stocks again got some selling pressure at the higher levels, and there was a fall, and that fall led us to near to 300 levels, 298. So this was a 300 level correction, and from there is an again a rebound. And as of yesterday, that is as of last week end, yesterday was a Friday. So as of last week, that is 9th of July, what we observe is that this index, the Nifty Realty Index, has crossed its previous high made of 360. Yesterday's closing was 366. So this is an interesting development as such. Now, whether there is anything further which we can evaluate using the price structure or not. So let us see. Here I would like to draw some trend lines as to try to understand the current structure of the index. So I will just draw one trend line here at the 300 level, where the index made a recent low. And I will also draw one more trend line which will join the recent highs. So now if I compress the chart, you'll see that there has been a big rise in the index from 160 to 360. There is a correction, and this correction has taken some time here. So the index has remained between 360 and 300 for a long time. In fact, if you go back in time, you will say that right from December, when it entered the 300 zone, right from December till date, July, so it is almost a 5-6 months period. On the weekly chart, this is not a very big period. So here it has taken this range of 300 to 360, and now there is a possibility, the very high possibility here, that the range will be broken on the upside. And now if I compress the chart a little more further to check whether there are any overhead resistances to the index or not. So let me just compress the chart and check. So yes, what we observe, friends, is that right from 2011, there has been a range. So let me draw a range that you will not get an exact point, but that is why I'm drawing a range here. So I'll just draw this range which defines the resistance zone. So instead of a resistance level, what I have done here is I have drawn a resistance zone. So this, orange marking which you are seeing is the resistance zone 366. Approximately, we can say the resistance zone is between 346 and 366, and we are about to break this range. The last time it touched this value 360, it there was a sell-off and the prices fell back. This time, luckily, what has happened is, if you understand the price structure, it has first tested the 366 mark or 360 mark. It has entered that range resistance zone. Then it has corrected. That is a positive point here. And after that, it has started the second upward movement. Now, in such scenarios, we have seen in many charts, in many stocks also, that when a resistance is touched and there is a correction, and then again the resistance is approached, that is the time when it will break the resistance. So there is a very high possibility, friends, that the Nifty Realty Index will break its resistance of 366, and that is why it is time probably to look at those 11 stocks which I just discussed at the starting of this video. Those are the stocks. Once they start rising, the index will itself start rising. Now, once the breakout occurs, 366, 370 is the index value. What is the expectation which we can have? So a broad calculation would be that it will try to test the 450 mark. This is one calculated, technical level. So 450 to 460 should be a good target for this index. So there is a good upward, movement possible in the this space. And the index, if it goes up by around 20%, I'm sure the many of the other stocks might go much higher than that. So in fact, as I said in my yesterday's Friday session, I discussed two very very interesting such stocks of this index, of the realty index. And one stock out of that has in fact broken a long number of years resistance. So that is probably giving me this idea that the index itself will break this sort of a resistance. The stock which I'm talking about has already broken that resistance, and therefore it is possible, there is a very high possibility here that we will see an upward trajectory. Many of you might be thinking that whether when the Nifty or the Bank Nifty are under selling pressure, whether this is possible or not. So yesterday in my session, I had discussed in detail that the Nifty and Bank Nifty may be sideways or weak, but the mid cap and the small cap index both are showing good signs of positiveness. Yes, they may have some volatility, that is possible. So we can't rule out any fluctuations due to any temporary fluctuations. But if I talk about a longer term, 2 to 3 months, not long term but medium term situation, then yes, we will get some good opportunities in this space also. Now, those of you who want to attend my Friday sessions, below this video you can just write in the comment section that you are interested. You have to write your email, friends, or you can email me at carajivkhatlawala@gmail.com. And the next Friday, whenever I have this session, 9 p.m. next Friday, I will send you one trial link. Then if you are interested, you can subscribe for it. So I'm sure, friends, that this video will help you in identifying. Now I'm sure that all of you will use this weekend to start analyzing the real estate stocks. So thank you very much, and have a good time, have a good weekend. And with this, I think I will stop the video today here. And yes, friends, be safe, and also take care of yourself. Do not go out much in public places. Meeting friends, etc., is fine, but in public places, I think you should be careful. Thank you very much, and this is CA Rajiv Khatlawala signing off. Thank you.